I don't know, I don't know.
But she might come back. That's right.
There are some sidewalks.
But today, in the middle of everything, she had to interrupt my.
Yeah, all right, I'll look up.
And talk to the library.
Yeah.
So she's still concentrating on her priorities, I guess.
Tony, I've got 6 PM if you want to roll.
Okay. I'd like to call to order the City of Mayville Public Safety Committee meeting at 6 o'clock. Please take the roll.
Alderperson Baker,
Here.
Alderperson Olson,
Here.
Alderperson Newman.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen. All right, item 3, approval of minutes of the September 22nd Public Safety Committee meeting.
I'll make that motion.
I will second.
Motion by Newman, second by Olson. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Any citizen comments? Being none. Monthly Police Department report to the Public Safety Committee.
Good evening.
Hello.
I'd like to provide a brief update for the police department for the month since the last public safety meeting. Since then, we've responded to 511 calls for service, which continues to reflect the steady demand on our officers. And as a result, overtime hours have also increased, largely due to the volume and nature of these calls. Our detective has been very busy lately, doing a fantastic job, but he's been steady. Looking ahead, winter parking regulations will soon be going into effect. We encourage residents to prepare accordingly to help ensure safe and efficient snow removal. And our traffic safety grant program will be starting up again next month, which will help us ensure safe, efficient, improve roadway safety. And finally, our drug drop initiative collected 84 pounds of unused or expired medications, showing a strong community engagement, keeping harmful substances out of circulation. And then finally, I just want to point out that our Chief Toner was selected as First Responder of the Year for the 37th Assembly District, and he had a ceremony at the State Capitol on October 14th. And doing a fantastic job as well.
Thank you. Yeah, it was cool. Saw it on Facebook.
Any questions? Okay, thank you. Monthly EMS report to the Public Safety Committee.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Okay, we've been busy. I'm sure you hear the sirens and all. Super busy lately. We're about 125 calls ahead of where we were last year, so we just continually keep getting busier. So for training this year or this month, we did a final training with our medical control. Went over a new pain medication that we're going to be using, which is great. It's called Ketorolac or Toradol, so it's another tool in our toolbox that will really help to hopefully decrease our need for paramedic interception, which saves us money and the patient money. So Devin just got that in over the weekend, so that should be good to go. We are starting an additional EMT class come spring. Very excited. We've been approached to have an additional class. Usually we have an EMT basic and then we go right into an advanced EMT class. But we've been asked to have another EMT class because we have multiple people from other departments around us that have new people that they want to send through. So that will be starting in spring. We've also been requested to do an additional AEMT class, and we're trying to figure out where we can fit that in. We did hire a new instructor, so I'm hoping that he may be able to do some of this, but it's still kind of a work in progress. And we were featured in the EMS Professional magazine. Our training center was. It turned out great. So I'm really proud of our instructors and how far we've come, and it's a great write-up about how far we've come, how many classes we've had, about our instructors, about Mayville EMS, and I'm pretty proud of how it turned out. So if you get a chance, it's out on our Facebook page, and I know that we're trying to get it uploaded to our webpage. So something to be pretty proud of. And then the Dodge County Pioneer reached out, and they're also going to be doing some kind of a release about our training center again. So pretty proud of that. This week I'm going to be submitting the non-state grant for the new building. It's due October 31st, and then once it gets submitted, it'll be sometime next year when we'll hear. Could be later on. I'm expecting it to be later on next year. And then I'm finishing up also the innovation planning grant with the town of Elmira. That should be done this week, which will then just kind of open things up to the innovation grant. So we have a lot of stuff in the works right now that hopefully could, make that a little bit easier for, to be able to obtain that grant. So that's kind of where we're at. Staffing wise, we are good. We're always looking for licensed people. So we'll take them and, interview and figure out, where they fit, and we'll never turn them down. So I shouldn't say never. We could, but we hope we don't have to. So any questions?
All
I
right,
have
Mr.
not dealing with any of that, I just are outlined, like our friends over to the north, any talks,
Nothing that I can discuss at this time.
that's what I wanted to find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Item 5C, monthly fire department report, to the Public Safety Committee.
They did not turn anything in.
Okay, thank you. 5D, discuss with possible recommendation the application for a Class B fermented malt beverage and Class B intoxicating liquor license for James Kennard, DBA Will James.
So there are two coming in front of you tonight, so you are aware these are our last two Class B intoxicating hard liquor license that will put us at our state imposed quota. Those are for bars and restaurants typically, so they can serve hard alcohol. So if any other restaurants would come into town, it'd be beer and wine after this point. This one is going into the location of the prior Nest Eatery.
Everything checked out, obviously.
Yep, background's cleared on both.
Is it gonna be a restaurant again, or what are they gonna do with it?
He plans to have a bar and also have like hat making workshops.
Okay.
Could be serving intoxicating liquor, Class B. Make a motion.
Okay, motion by
That
Mitch.
I-
Thanks, God.
It was crusty.
I'll second the motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And motion passes. 5E, discuss with possible recommendation the application for a Class B fermented malt beverage and Class B intoxicating liquor license for Underground Sports Bar LLC appointed agent Matthew Schmall.
And this location would be the former CA Cellars, if anyone is interested. Background also cleared on this.
Hence Underground Sports Bar LLC.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by
You'll
Newman,
be serving liquor, right?
Yes.
I'll second.
Could be a
second by
sports
Olson.
bar.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. A motion for adjournment.
I'll make
Make
a
a
motion
motion.
to adjourn.
Second.
Okay.
All right.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned.
Thank you.
All right, we'll call the order of the Public Works Committee meeting on October 27th at 6:08. Please take the roll.
Alderperson Smith,
Here.
Alderperson Baker,
Here.
Alderperson Leitner.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes of the September 22nd Public Works meeting?
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
Motion is made and said, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any citizen comments for Public Works? Seeing none. Discuss with possible action monthly tag center report to the Public Works Committee. John, haven't seen you in a while.
All right, I'll make this really quick. Weather changing, we're obviously foot traffic is really picking up. It's been crazy busy out there, which is really good to see. Programming, all summer programming, fall outdoor activities are done and over with as of last week. As of last Saturday. We're starting all our indoor stuff. We're adding a bunch of new classes this year. From drumming, which is a workout class, silver sneaker classes, spinning classes, along with all of our volleyball, pickleball. What else do we have? But it's all the same class. I'm drawing mind blank right now. But pool, aquatics, with the state coming in a few weeks ago, in fact, the state was out there today all afternoon again. It's been a crazy day again. So we're trying to get all caught up with all the, what we got written up for or where we got warning for. And it's actually crazy what, I see why a lot of these pools are shutting down and why a lot of these pools are not open anymore. But we had to get an extension for some of our door closures that we have to put on, and it's just silly little stuff, but we got written up again for it today because we're trying to get this stuff all done, and some of the parts that we ordered showed up with Amazon while she was sitting there writing up the report. So needless to say, I got to send her a report with them tonight, so I'll be out there working till probably 2 a.m. getting these door closers put on and sending her a video in like that. But it's got to get done. I'm just sick of them being on our butt. But it's challenging out there. That pool is killing us right now with all these demands from the state. But we haven't shut one time down. We're making it work, and we're trying to get some more lifeguards, so daytime lifeguards. So if anybody wants to be a daytime lifeguard, see me. So, but anyways, any other questions about the tank center?
Is she giving you a lot of grief with the slide?
No, nothing with the slide. We had our slide inspected this last year, which it has to be inspected every 2 years. So we're good there, other than just a little rust on a few bolts that we have to clean up, but that's on a list that we gotta get this other stuff done first. All the doors that go outside the pool, from the pool that exit anywhere, have to have self-closers on them now. Never did it before, so until we have them all done, we actually have to have an attendant there watching these doors so nobody goes in and out these doors while it's open. So right now out there at the lifeguards out there, between having probably 5 swimmers out there tonight, just because there's other stuff going on, we have 3 lifeguards for those swimmers, and we have a attendant watching those doors until I get those closers put on tonight. So, but we'll get it under control. I mean, I'm making this sound bad, but it's really, there's a lot of stuff going on out there right now. People are using it, it's flowing over really well. So, we just gotta get that part under control, and we will. So.
Any other questions for John? Otherwise, thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
4B, monthly Department of Public Works report from the Public Works Committee, or to the Public Works.
Hello, everybody.
Jake.
So what I got for us is, today was our last day for twice a month brush pickup. So now starting now until I believe it's March, maybe April, we go the last Monday of every month. We started our leaf pickup about 2 weeks ago. They would go around, one crew would go around all day and pick up whatever leaves are there. And now, as of this past weekend with the cold front that came through, leaves are pretty ramped up. So today we had a crew going out, and then the other crew was doing brush. But now starting, I think Wednesday, we're gonna have both crews out there for the leaves. So that'll be the majority of our crew. Last week we had our new guys start, Michael. So we are full staff as of right now, so that's a positive for us, so that's good. While I was away, I was on vacation last week, or 2 weeks ago maybe it was. I had the guys run up to Rademann's up at Fond du Lac. They picked up some black dirt and dropped it off at Ribbons. So the deal was with the Flyway Soccer, we supply the dirt and they regrade the whole soccer field for us, so we kind of thought that was a fair trade. Yesterday we took out the kayak launch. With it being, the mornings being as cold as it was, we kind of thought it's best off just getting that thing out before it gets covered in ice like it did last year. And with the water temperature, it's probably for the better that it comes out now. And other than that, we're just working on stuff in-house with some equipment that got beat up this summertime, so we're just trying to catch up on that since we'll have enough guys now. We'll have 2 crews out there doing leaves, and then our mechanic guy can stay back and continue to work. So that'll be good for us in that aspect. But other than that, for the DPW, the everyday stuff really.
I got a question. I haven't got a hold of Don, maybe you know, but on the Easy Street, there's that one section that isn't finished yet.
Yeah, that got milled on Monday, I believe it, what day, let's say it's Monday. Last week Thursday, I think, and Wednesday, this week, I think North is coming in to finish it up. I believe Wednesday was the day.
Correct.
And I have a question on I noticed now the second curve has warning sticks on it, where the loose gravel is. Bunch of people have been complaining about, as you know.
Yeah, it's all over Facebook.
And, but Don was checking, they normally put, he said, they put some 2-inch gravel there, they're supposed to put road bond or something more cohesive there
Than just,
than just
Three-quarter.
loose gravel.
yeah,
And all these rowdy trucks like to go through the grind. I mean, those warning stakes are they're just a target. right?
oh, yeah.
So are you planning on following up with that, checking to see what the deal is? He said
I
there's
guess I
material
would-
available for that.
I guess I'd like to hear input on your part. I mean, gravel's gravel, people are gonna go through that regardless, so it's gonna end up in the road. It's just if we wanna, what we wanna put there to prevent them from going in there. I would think personally, I like a guardrail, but that's a little excessive right there.
No, he mentioned, and this has been an issue in the past, that there's a type of gravel mixture that includes some,
Like a regrind from blacktop?
yeah, and it goes, and it's more of a stable, ask him about it.
I guess.
It was part of our punch list on the project,
Mm,
that they were gonna put a more stable, shoulder.
Yeah.
They did it along the golf course years back, it's just the material, what they did was just put gravel down.
mm.
And normally, I don't know, you can ask him about it, he seemed to know that there's a mixture you can get,
Okay,
mixed with the gravel, and it actually stays together, it doesn't.
It packs down, but I can't think of the name of it.
One of the regrinds, they actually had a chemical to it, so when they relay it on the regrinds and they,
Yeah.
it's almost.
He said that that's what was supposed to have been done, so,
I'll talk to him. I think he's in tomorrow.
all right, thanks.
I believe so. Other than that, for the DPW, Digger's Hotline, and like I said before, just everyday stuff. So that's, if you have any questions regarding DPW, that's all I got.
How's the transition going?
Good, good. Had called Jack, I think, yeah, Friday morning, but other than that, we've been pretty good for a while here.
Thank you. All right. Monthly Parks Department report from,
As long as you're out there.
Yeah, I know I mentioned, Ribbons Fields, the soccer thing. They also did mulch around all the poles. If you look up there, they put a bunch of ballard posts up there so no one can get out on the field. And that was just like gravel and dirty before, so now we took some mulch over there, so they have mulch along the whole parking lot now, where all the ballard posts are.
Looks really nice.
It does, yeah. I went out there the other day and I saw that too.
And kudos to the Maple soccer team.
They're the ones that helped it out.
Yeah.
That was a good deal for us. I thought it was a pretty fair deal. We buy the dirt and they level it out and do all that stuff. So I thought, why not? For then I guess the rest of the parks, like I said, the kayak launch is out. We're gonna take the boat launch out pretty quick here too, probably this week. And then starting, I think next week, Monday, November 1st, the park's shut down. So we'll be starting to winterize all them, shutting off all the water, tipping up all the picnic tables that parks that aren't used as much. For the ones that are used, we might keep them, the picnic tables down for the time being, but the bathrooms and everything else will be closed the week of the first week of November. We usually try to shut them down. And then just maintaining stuff. Right now, I think we're on our potentially last cut for all our grass, and then after that, we're just gonna be mulching with our mulch kit and our mower. We got our summer kids come in 2 to 3 days a week. 2 to 3 days a week, the kids come in. They mainly focus on cleaning the pavilion and the senior center, which the pavilion being this time of year has been pretty busy, so they're being very helpful in that aspect rather
What was
than
that?
me or one of the people coming up to, me or one of my other employees coming up to clean it, so it kind of helps that they come in. Other than that, that's really all I got for the parks. Any questions regarding the parks?
Thank you, Jake.
Not a problem, not a problem.
Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Who's next?
Finance.
I'd like to call the City of Mayville Finance Committee meeting to order, October 27th, 2025. Take the roll if you could.
Alderperson Newman,
Here.
Alderperson Smith,
Here.
Alderperson Henkel. Here. We have quorum.
All right. Approval of the minutes, 2A, approval of the minutes of the September 22nd, 2025 Finance Committee meeting.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Hinkle first, Smith second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's scary. Citizens' comments tonight. Any citizens' comments? Seeing none, we'll go on to section 4. 4A, discuss a possible recommendation, aquatic coordinator position and allowable hours worked.
All right, so I will kind of explain this a little bit. So, her position, so right now Michelle Keene is our aquatic coordinator out there. She's part-time. She takes care of the pool, she does a great job out there. The allowable hours that she can work is 1,200 hours in a rolling calendar year. So that equals up to 23 hours a week. At any time she gets over this 23 hours a week or 1,200 hours, averaging 23 hours a week, she gets over that 1,200 hours, she qualifies for Wisconsin retirement. That would put her in, if she worked between the 23 hours and the 30 hours a week, can't go over 30 hours. I'm looking to just have her add hours to where she goes up to that 30, like 29 hours a week would come up to. She would be responsible for, or we would be responsible for the city's portion of that Wisconsin retirement. She would be responsible for her portion of that. Sitting down and talking with Nicole and talking with Annie about this a little bit, we figured out that it was gonna come up to right around $2,375 extra that the city would be on the hook for her, but we're at the point now in the in the pool that we have to do it. I mean, her responsibilities now are she teaches classes, she sets up the classes, meaning like the swim lessons, she does private swim lessons, she oversees the group swim lessons, she schedules most of the scheduling for the lifeguards. And then lately, between her and me, we've been filling in a lot as lifeguards. They're trying to make this all work. And she's getting right on the bubble of being over to 1,200 hours for the rolling calendar year. If you guys understand what a rolling calendar year is, it means it's from October 27th, 2025 back to October 27th, 2024. And then next year tomorrow you add a day on, take a day off on the backside. So it's always a 365-day span that they go on, and anytime they go over that 1,200 hours one time, they have this, they go into, so we want to make sure that when it's accounted for, that it's that it's okay to do, because once they do that and they get the WRS, they get it all the time. They can work 1 hour a week and they get WRS on their I guess as a benefit.
Yep, once they hit that WRS eligibility, despite what hours you have them work, we always have to put in that contribution. Additionally, she could also have prorated benefits. We have that for part-time employees. Most people never elect to do that because their paying portion is so much, but just you're aware it's something
still there,
you have to offer and it's a
It
possibility.
is, and I would talk to Michelle about that. It would probably almost be as much as what she ends up making. But any which way, I mean, that would conversation we have to have. But it's crazy right now trying to keep her underneath these 1,200 hours, or we just start closing the pool down, we don't do the swim lessons, we don't do, somewhere it's gotta give here, it's gotta break.
You know, and speaking with John, you know, some of what he looked into was the revenues we could lose would more than offset the cost.
And at the
And
end of the
he
day,
does believe
$2,375.
His budget as it stands can also absorb the additional cost.
Yeah, and the $2,375 is worst case scenario. We're not gonna say, we're not just gonna go in there tomorrow and say, okay, they okayed you to go up there and say, okay, we're gonna start giving you this many more hours every week. No, she's gonna continue doing what she's doing, working like she's doing, and if it ends up getting over it now, we're okay, we're covered, we're doing it like that. And it's gonna get to that point where, I mean, it's almost unheard of in a facility like this, and with the way the world is right now with these pools, to not even have a full-time aquatic director. I mean, it's crazy with what the state's requiring you to have for all your lifeguard certification, all the paperwork you have to have for your pool, for your chemicals, for everything you're doing in the pool. You know, between that scheduling, and it's a full-time, just that pool is.
This number you gave, $2,375, is that a month or is that a year?
That's the year.
A year.
Yeah, that's a year.
Oh, that's
It comes up to, I think, the state retirement portion, city's portion and their portion, I think it's like 7.2% this next year. It went up to, I think that's what Nicole had told me when I met with her. It went up a little bit this year, so we'd be on, so whatever she makes, you have 7.2% of that, you know.
And Dawn's very good about watching those rolling
Yeah.
hours, so we were able to bring this to you guys in a timely fashion where you can make that decision before we were in a pinch and we really didn't have an
That's a
option.
nominal figure. I have no problem with that. We've done it before with.
And there's a few people in the city, I believe, talking with both Nicole and Andy, that I think there's a few people in the city that have that right now. Now, if, you know, if something comes up where they decide that they want the benefits or something, that's a different ballgame, you know, that's a different. But I will have a conversation with her.
And then this would still have to go to council for final approval anyway, so if you choose to recommend, he has time to go have the conversation with his employer.
Yeah, and I could come back for the council meeting and talk a little bit more about it.
We've done this before with tax center employees and EMS employees.
Yeah, that's how
And the
Karen
library
Doyle
employees.
started there. She was on like this and then she went to full-time.
Okay, I'll make a recommendation to send this on to council.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Recommendation on the council. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. And then discuss with possible recommendation options for posting the tag center director position. Should this not be in finance or personnel?
No, we're gonna.
We have the job description and personnel, which we're going to ask to be tabled a month. Do we want this tabled for a month as well and bring them both
Right.
together?
Just keep in mind that if we're gonna post this someplace other than a free site, we're gonna have to pay some money to have it posted. So we have
Right.
to figure out a funding source where we're gonna do that at. So we can table this for a month.
Table for a month.
Bring it back in November.
Table 4C, discuss with possible recommendation. Pay request number 2 for the 2025 asphalt paving milling project in the amount of $79,150.84 to Northeast Asphalt Incorporated.
Kunkel looked this over and everything looked good from the letter they had sent forward and asked that that you recommend that council accept and pay.
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second it.
First and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
It's only a recommendation to council, but
There you go.
but,
We recommend it. 4D, discuss a possible recommendation. Resolution 6022-2025, establishing 2026 fee schedule for the city of Mayville.
It's fee schedule time. So the departments have all been asked to submit any changes, additions, omissions. That the fee schedule itself is in the resolution, but here I also have a spreadsheet for you that just kind of outlines where the various changes are. Just to make sure we are, you know, appropriately bringing in revenues and covering our costs. Some items had never been on there before. I worked with Kendall at the library. We're putting their room rental fees on there, so hopefully bring some more awareness that they have that ability, making sure, labor and equipment is covered appropriately, making sure rentals at the parks are competitive. Utilities added quite a bit of their testing pricing in there. I think some of this is, some they haven't had before, but some they've had and just not had on the fee schedule. So we did a lot of work with the department heads to try to make this a little more comprehensive and available.
Winter parking, didn't we set that at $50?
It was 75.
I don't think so.
No,
I think it was
not-
50.
mine was 75,
Yours
and
was
I said,
75,
hey,
then it
we'll
was
put on
50.
50, and she did, and we got her.
I will update that before it comes back. Sorry about that.
I have a question.
Mhm.
It used to be 3 pets per household. When did it go to 3? Or it used to be 4, when did it go to 3?
Our municipal code says 3.
Always been 3.
I don't know when it was established, but our code as it
Okay, I'm gonna
stands.
look back on that.
Well, the current code is 3 pets per household.
And is this like chickens? The pets have to be, I mean, if you have a litter of kittens, how old do they have to be before they count as a pet?
I believe it's 6 months.
6 months?
Don't worry, Bob, mine are gone by then.
Well, you don't want to be known as the cat lady of.
I already am.
He is, I was
So
gonna
what-
say, she was questioning,
I own it.
she was questioning the three animals.
I know, I got that right away. Anyway.
What about like this, the lawn mowing, where's that at? $100?
Is that under DPW or maybe under parks?
That was $400 for the appliance.
It should be public works, DPW.
It's under the land management one, natural.
That's natural lawn. There's actually a lawn mowing.
That is a real, grass cutting, that's a real lawsuit attraction right there.
Where you see that?
That-
Under Parks and Rec, says grass cutting per hour.
250?
Yep.
Okay. What about the road right away permit?
We did not change those. We can certainly increase
Up to
those.
that now.
Road right-of-way permits is, Jake, 100 feet per, $100 per 60 linear feet, minimum 100?
50 or 100, I think.
Got it backwards.
I think it's $70 for 100 feet, right?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I was thinking back, could be wrong, could be 70.
That is the right-of-way permit, the excavation permit. Currently, it is $60 per 100 linear feet. Should that be increased?
Yeah, 70.
But I have a question on those pet things again.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an exemption to the law. In other words, if you have 4 dogs or cats or 5 or whatever, you have to, and somebody complains or turns you in or catches you, you can get away with having 4 or 5 dogs if you have a permit for a kennel or a pet fancier. You need both?
Dog kenneling, I think, is the actual kenneling
Overnight?
practice, yeah.
Right, but I think you need a fancier, I think
But the fancier is if you have more than,
you need to have that permit.
I would have to go in and dig in the code, I do not know offhand.
Okay, well, people can ask you when they come to see you.
Yep.
But, all right,
To get that.
I don't have any.
I pull up the codes.
We're good with the pickup truck for $20 an hour and
Yeah.
sweeping for $50.
That's you, Jake, do you want to increase it higher?
Well, the street sweeper and is it backhaul and street sweeper are 2 different things?
Pickup truck, you have at $20 an hour, sweeper and tractor is $50 an hour.
I mean, the tractor we don't really use for, that's only used for ditch cutting, that's only city properties, we didn't even touch the tractor for sales. But the backhaul, I thought we bumped up. If not, backhaul would be your street sweeper, or the sweeper. I thought
The
we bumped-
sweeper, you bumped up to 50 from 37.50 year prior.
So,
I have a question, as long as Jake is here. Okay, so I just had my whole front yard dug up to have a new sewer lateral put in. I know it's my responsibility for the city sidewalk, but can Jake quote something for the steps going on my property up to the front porch? Or do I have to contract somebody else?
On your private property? you mean?
Private,
You'd have to contract that.
okay. All right, Jake, just wanted to make sure. And then my other question is this, one of these back pages, because I don't know what it is. What is biochemical oxygen demand per pound? What is that?
I would really have to defer to Courtney for all of the testing that falls under utilities. I do not know the specifics of
All
it.
right, I didn't know what it was, that's why I'm asking.
Or do you guys want to wait, can we wait a month and then look it over and then? get
Yeah,
back?
we absolutely can. We can table this to November. We will still have it in place before January. That's why we bring it a little ahead of time.
Unless you guys want to prove it as is.
Either works.
I like to approve it as is.
With the,
With the correction to winter parking, I'll fix my typo.
Yeah,
and the road right.
that's right, Molly?
Yes,
Yeah.
Ken, that's correct.
And the road right away?
Winter parking and the road right of way up to 70.
That's,
Are these recommendations to council?
It will still go to council. Yep.
All right, so people have a chance to, and the stuff from the utilities, that's their way of kind of fining or charging the canning factory and the cheese factories for putting stuff in there that they're not supposed to have.
Sure.
And did they suggest this, or did we pull it from somewhere else?
Nope, those were suggestions from the director of utilities.
I suggest everybody, review this before the next time. Police department, a flash drive for new, what is that about? If they want to borrow a flash drive?
It usually has to do with records request. A lot of
Okay.
time if people are obtaining squad video, it has to go on a flash drive. It's
Okay.
too large for the CD disc.
All right, well, I would suggest everybody look over this stuff, because this is a good way for your constituents to complain when they get charged for something like. They had no idea that there was even something to charge for.
Yeah, and that's why I tried to put together the spreadsheet of the changes, so you didn't have to put them side by side and guess.
So did somebody make a motion to
I believe Ken did.
table it? Is
No.
that-
To approve,
What?
to approve with winter parking at $50 and right-of-way excavation at 70 per 100 feet.
Well, I don't have enough information to make any second to that motion. Unless the mayor has some input.
you still, like you said, you still got 2 weeks to look it over and pass that council.
Yeah, it's still coming up to council.
Who's
I'm
next?
moving it on this as is, whereas,
Who else is on? You're on there.
besides that, yeah.
Want a second or not? Or you want a table or?
I think we should table it.
Okay, so no second.
Is that a motion to table then?
Yes.
I'll second it.
All right, fee schedule is tabled. 4C, discuss with possible recommendation property insurance renewal for the city of Mayville, effective January 1st, 2026.
So that was a whole lot of info in your packet from MPIC. I got in contact with our insurance company who works with the city, they had indicated that the initial appraisal of city property was done in June 2025. And they found that many of our city-owned buildings and property were underinsured at that time. I don't know if that was brought forward to you all with the initial assessment and onboarding of MPIC. I don't remember offhand, but just to make you aware. So they did have to correct the replacement values, and that is largely what constitutes this 20.6% increase in the property insurance premium. So League Insurance, like the League municipalities, they're not for profit. They did say their rates actually did slightly lower this year. So in 2025, they were 0.0864 per $100 of value. In 2026, they're 0.0835 per $100 of value. So the increase really is due to the fact that our city property was highly underinsured for a long time.
When you say June of 2025, they,
Was when they did the initial appraisal of our property and found we were underinsured. So I don't recall if that was brought forward to you all at that time, but
I don't think so.
since I know, I'm letting you know.
That's what did the 20% increase.
That's what caused the increase. It's not their rates. It was the under coverage.
Okay.
What is the financial impact of this on the taxpayers?
40,000, wasn't
It's 20% more, so, yeah.
And when we got that increase in, that was worked into
It was worked into the budget.
budget.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, I will make that recommendation.
I will second that. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's passed. I just want to go back to the table for the fee schedule. Is that gonna be enough in your time ramifications? Because we're gonna go back to that end of November, then council back in December.
Yep, so then we
Okay.
will have it in place. There's no,
Just wanted,
I do appreciate that. There's no like publication requirement or
Okay.
amount of time or public hearing I have to do in conjunction with it.
thank
So
you.
just the meetings.
Perfect. 4F, update on Mayville EMS purchase of new ambulance capital improvement plan project. That's for the purchase year of 2026.
So it was on our capital improvement for our next ambulances within our rotation. So the reason I'm bringing it to you tonight is because of the fact that they are going to increase price come December 1st. And so we want to try to get it ordered as soon as possible. Because I don't want to have an increase of anything because it's already,
Right, I thought we already put the order in.
we did not. We were waiting for capital improvement to,
For the capital improvement.
it was approved, but normally, from what I'm understanding, and if I'm wrong, please correct me. But I know that when Christine used to go, she would go to finance to get an approval for ordering. So if that doesn't need to happen, then I guess I will.
And my understanding is you don't actually have to make payment until 2026.
Correct.
Great,
So that's why we put this on here, just kind of as an update.
Okay,
go ahead and order.
okay. That was easy. Great, thank you.
How was that?
That was
Is that
the
good?
easiest thing I had to do tonight.
We appreciate you, Captain. We appreciate you. I just wanted to make a little note on here for 4G, and I have like 4G-1, because John Borst is here, and he can give do you have a fire department report or not?
Yes.
Okay, can he give that inside this or not?
We can't because it was not
All right.
agendized. But if you would like to email it to me, I will be happy to send it out
Because we
to
missed you,
the
sir.
council
Yeah,
members.
I got it early.
That's all right.
A lot of traffic in Juneau.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Get on the website, what's really
Sorry,
going on
not
in
to be
Juneau.
mean clerk.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, in 4G, discuss the possible recommendation, funding source of the deductible for the ladder truck insurance claim.
It's $2,500 we're looking for, and we don't have it in our budget. Our budget's gonna be tight if it's not over already for the year. So we had to bring it up to finance to see. The bill is actually almost $11,000. We got $9,200 or $9,700 already from the insurance. What had happened is,
The garage door?
when he hit the garage door, and I finally found the auto body place, I have to go to Janesville to get it done. Biggest thing is you gotta find a spray booth
that the truck can fit in, the paint.
Oh, yeah.
So this is actually an RV place that, and semi place that'll do it. And unfortunately, it's 6 to 9 weeks to get parts, which somebody dropped the ball either in Rosenbauer or the place to get the parts ordered when I said, let's get the parts as soon as it got damaged, because I knew it was gonna get fixed. But we're here, we need to find somewhere to find the $2,500 to pay the deductible.
Can I ask a question?
Okay.
Isn't this our second ladder truck that got damaged, like in the last few years?
Same one.
It's the same one that got damaged earlier because our exhaust system malfunctioned, and when it disconnected from the truck, it swung and hit the new truck and broke a mirror and caused some damage there. So now we have people stand and walk with the exhaust so that doesn't swing and hit them. So yes, you are correct. But that damage was under the deductible, so we just ate that one. We just put that in our truck repair, because it only came in at like $2,100.
Do we have a contingency fund, $2,500 out of that?
I believe we do have enough left in the contingency fund. Right now, we've got 7,000 in there. I believe we were setting aside 3,000, so it would be, we'd still have enough to pay for that. On that contingency fund.
I make a recommendation, we take out of the contingency, give it to the fire department, obviously take care of the $2,500.
I'll second it.
We did move the truck to a wider door, so this won't happen.
Good.
Molly with a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you. Number 5, adjournment,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned. Thank you.
Okay, call to order the October 27th, 2025 Personnel Committee meeting. Take the roll, please.
Alderperson Henkel. Here. Alderperson Olson.
Here.
Alderperson Leitner.
Sure.
We have a quorum.
Approval of the minutes of the September 22nd, 25 Personnel Committee meeting.
I'll move to approve the minutes from the September 22nd meeting.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any citizens' comments? Seeing none, 4A, discuss with possible recommendation, take center job description, director job description.
This is the one that John Wild had requested be tabled to November. My understanding is they're kind of looking at some structuring options over at TAG, and want to be able to bring you guys a more complete picture.
Okay. Table it. 4B, discuss with possible recommendation, advanced emergency medical technician and lead EMS instructor job description.
Me again.
Order the ambulance.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, just say yes and then I'll be out again. All right, so in our budget, we have requested 2 part-time people. One was approved to start in January, one was approved to start in with their budget, if everything goes through the budget. So I just want to talk a little bit about this. First of all, the process is that all interviewing and everything does go through PFC. So I did talk to Mark Mansueto about it so that they know that it's coming. And the reason that I'm bringing it to you is because with possible increase in revenues coming our way after the first of the year, I need them to be interviewed before the end of the year so that I can have at least one starting as of January 1. So this is just a job description that we put together, a little bit different than, because this will be a little bit different than what we're doing, is we are going to request them to be advanced EMT because obviously that's the level we're at. Also, they have to be lead EMS instructor, meaning that I have to be able to, they're going to be going between both EMS and the training center. I am going to only post this internally, that is what I'm recommending. Posting I would like to do starting, if you guys approve it, for tomorrow through November 11th. It'll give 2 weeks. I know it's not a lot, but right now on the PFC, we have interviewing scheduled for the 18th because of hunting. So we need to get that done before everybody leaves. our additional revenues, our revenues at this point won't be able to support it. But we did talk about moving, like I said, moving up one in January, one in July. The only thing that's going to change is I may be coming back to you guys if there's been some changes and increase in our revenues. Once we have a better understanding of everything that's going on with contract negotiations and things that we have going on. Any questions about that? Did you get a chance to look at this? Kind of see what we're kind of looking for? That's good. Silence.
Crickets.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. It's totally fine. We just keep getting, we're growing, our call numbers are growing, our revenues are growing, both within the training center and within EMS. So we just continue to grow from here. So we're just preparing for that growth.
So you just look for approval on the job description.
Job description, yep, so that I can open it up and get people, the application, like I said, it's gonna be internal. And then only be for a couple weeks so that we can get the PFC to do the interviews.
I'll make a motion to approve
Okay,
your job description.
okay, I'll second that.
Okay. Thank you.
All those in favor? Aye. Discuss with possible recommendation the creation of a weekend incentive pay.
All right, these two items, C and D, are carried over from previous administrator. So if you want to discard them or not, it's up to you. I do have a meeting scheduled with our attorney on the new employee handbook in a couple weeks. He's got a bunch of changes he's recommending, so once I find out more of the employee handbook, then we'll send it to council so you guys can review it. We probably will do 5 or 6 at a time, and hopefully by the end of the year we get them all done.
Should we table this until we have that?
Depends on what you want to do with it.
It depends, yeah, and with the handbook, depending on the changes, you may not need them.
Okay.
But I guess we don't know until.
That's fun.
I would ask that it be tabled, but I would like it when it's presented to us, be highlighted, anything that's being changed. When it's presented to us in hard copy.
All right, sorry, I already have the red line version,
Okay,
but you're gonna explain to me why it changed.
okay.
So what do we do with this?
I mean, theoretically, if you don't want to get rid of it entirely, you could even table it until January if we anticipate that by the end of the year, we'll have the handbook through and approved, and then at that time you can evaluate if this is necessary or not.
Why don't-
The items.
Why don't we
Well,
table it?
Or unless you
What?
have,
Well, item D, the city attorney just thinks he doesn't think it's needed at all.
yeah, we're just on 4C right now, so
Okay.
this one you want to.
Let's table that one.
All right, is that a motion?
Yes.
Okay, I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And for D, we just get rid of it?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, can I get a
Probably
motion?
should have a motion to discharge that.
Oh, I'll make a motion to discharge it.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're adjourned at 6:03.
Got 4 meetings in under an hour.